Rupert checked the address written on the paper again. Looks like he was at the right place. He took a deep breath and knocked on the door. In moments, a young woman answered the door. "Is this where Sandra Hollings lives?" "Yes, I am Sandra, but I'm sorry I haven't recognized you." "I'm Rupert Wensler. I'm searching for a woman named Amelia Dunbar." "Amelia Dunbar?" "I've come all the way from Seattle in search of Amelia Dunbar. I believe she was a companion of yours. Could you please share with me anything you might know about her, any information that could lead me to her? It would be really kind of you." All right. Would you like to come in?" "Sure, thank you." Sandra escorted Rupert to her living room. They sat down on her couch. "Amelia and I used to live together in a small apartment here in San Diego, California. We were 18. We just started going to college. It's been long since I last saw her, almost 10 years. It was on August 12th in 1990 that she suddenly went missing. Usually, Amelia used to arrive home by 8. I was always home early. I fell asleep waiting for Amelia to return that night. That's when I started getting worried. I called her college. They told me she attended her class the day before. I couldn't understand what happened to her. I waited that day out, but when Amelia didn't show up, I called the police. The police went out to investigate. One of the security guards at Amelia's college witnessed Amelia and another young man driving out of the parking lot together. I can only think of one person Amelia could be with, her ex-boyfriend, Harry. The security guard later confirmed that the young man he had seen was indeed Harry himself. Harry was a nice guy. I actually wished I had a boyfriend as kind as loving as him. But I don't know what happened between the two. I remember overhearing Amelia yelling on the phone with him. I immediately told the police about Harry. When the police went to Harry's house and searched for him, he wasn't there. Harry's landlord said he hadn't seen the young man return for a couple of days. The apartment was laying vacant. The investigation continued, and the police found Amelia's car parked a mile away from Sweetwater River Bridge. They found Amelia's bag inside the car, but Amelia and Harry were still nowhere to be seen. Until about a month after, some wildlife refugee officers at the San Diego Bay reported women's clothing washed up on the shore. At that point, I was having my doubts about Harry. He must have done something to Amelia. It was so strange how both could suddenly go missing together, and then Amelia's clothes would wash up on the shore. I didn't want to believe it, but Harry must have done something horrible to Amelia and then fled. The police continued their search for Harry, but all efforts were in vain. When years had gone by, the police just put the case aside. I'm sorry, Rupert, but Amelia is perhaps no more. But after all these years, why are you suddenly searching for her? It's a rather long story. It all started 4 years ago, in 1996. I used to live in Seattle at the time with my elder brother Gerard. Gerard just graduated from college at that time, when he started dating a girl he met named Greta Bush. I don't know why, but I always found her a bit odd. Gerard was madly in love with her. It was a few months back when Gerard had taken me to the mall to help him find a ring for Greta. He was planning on proposing to her. I didn't know if he did or not, but just about 2 weeks back, Gerard and Greta suddenly went missing. It was like they suddenly vanished. The police were informed, but they haven't been of any help yet. I decided to search for them myself. I went to my brother's apartment. Gerard and Greta had been living together for about a year. While I was looking around, I found an envelope in one of the drawers. It was kept among Greta's clothes. I got curious and opened it up, but what I found inside only led to more confusion. I found the ID card of Amelia Dunbar and another of Vivian Anderson inside. That's when I started searching for these women and ended up here. Wait, how did Amelia's ID card reach your brother's girlfriend? Rupert took out the IDs and showed it to Sandra. Check it out yourself. When Sandra saw the ID and the picture of Amelia, she was shocked. But then she checked the ID of Vivian Anderson and furrowed her brows. This is Amelia. This is her ID. But this picture of Vivian Anderson is also Amelia. I went out and searched for Vivian Anderson. The people who knew her said she has been missing for 4 years now. Strangely enough, Vivian and her boyfriend Jack Cooper went missing together. And from what you have told me about Amelia, all I can say is that whoever my brother Gerard was dating wasn't just Greta. She was also Amelia and Vivian. Rupert took out another picture of her brother and Greta at a Christmas get-together. Sandra was shocked to see Amelia standing next to Gerard. Amelia didn't die that night. She didn't go missing. Amelia changed her name. She took on a new identity as Vivian, and then as Greta, and now she's disappeared again. So you're saying she staged her disappearances? But why would she do that? And if Harry didn't take her life, then where is Harry? And where is Jack Cooper? And where is my brother? Amelia finished her class. She couldn't wait to get home and have dinner and get some shut-eye. Amelia packed up her things and left the building in a jolly good mood. But when she got to the parking lot, the smile on her face faded. Her ex-boyfriend, Harry, was waiting for her. Amelia had recently ended her relationship with him. Harry was standing there by her car. He had flowers in his hand. Amelia, we need to talk. We need to clear out all misunderstandings between us. I don't want to talk, Harry. Move out of the way. Amelia, we've been together for years now. How can you just end this with one phone call? Lower your voice, Harry. People know me here. Okay, fine. Let's go somewhere quiet, then we can talk about it. Amelia drove Harry to the riverside. She knew it would be empty here. Even if they got into an argument, no one would recognize them. What do you want, Harry? Amelia, tell me what's bothering you. If I've done something you don't like, I'm willing to consider changing for you. Listen, Harry, I'm not into you. I don't love you. I don't want to be with you. How can you say that after all we had together? Amelia, our relationship has always been serious to me. I wasn't in it for the fun. And when I proposed to you, I truly meant it. I want you to be by my side for the rest of my life. Harry, you've gone crazy. Amelia hurried out of the car. Harry was insane. He was out of his mind. No matter how much Amelia tried to explain that it was over between them, Harry thought there was something more for them to discuss. Amelia didn't want to get married. Not now, not anytime in the near future. Maybe not ever. Amelia couldn't tolerate it anymore. The roses, the letters, the chocolate, the phone calls, all to make it up to her, to convince her to marry him. Amelia had to do something about it. It had gone on for too long. She walked down the riverside as Harry followed her. Amelia, listen to me. I understand if you don't want to continue this relationship, but let's at least end this on good terms. Suddenly, Amelia picked up a large stone and threw it at Harry. Harry fell back. What are you doing, Amelia? Before Harry could get up again, Amelia picked up a heavy stone and hit Harry on his head. Harry fell to the ground. Amelia was relieved. Amelia managed to get Harry into her car. In the darkness of the night, she drove out to the bridge. She weighed down Harry with stones and dropped him under. Amelia watched Harry sink into the deep, dark waters. But Amelia knew there were still too many chances of getting caught. She had to get out of here. Amelia left her car near the river. The only thing she took out of her bag was her purse. Amelia drifted her clothes into the river and fled from California. She intended to start a new life somewhere far. She traveled from place to place until she settled in Idaho. That's where she met a young man named Jack Cooper. Hi, I'm Vivian Anderson. Amelia lied about who she was. She began living life as Vivian. She managed to make a fake ID and rent a small studio in Idaho. She got hired at a flower shop where she met Jack. Vivian and Jack started dating. Jack was nice. He wasn't too emotional or soft-hearted. He was strong-minded and determined about his goals. Their relationship ran on for 3 years. Vivian liked Jack. Just until Jack confessed he had fallen in love with her. All of a sudden, Vivian was fed up with him. Thinking about marriage frightened her. I'm asking you to marry me, not only because I know that we're made for each other, but more importantly because I know I can't live a single day of my life without you being by my side. I can't promise that life will be great all the time. There will be times when life will be tough, but I promise you we'll go through it together. Always. Vivian, will you marry me? Vivian couldn't spend any more time in Idaho. She had been able to live here for 6 years since she moved from California. Vivian packed her bags. It was time to move again. She settled in Seattle, Washington, where she managed to rent another apartment from an old man who could care less about who she was. Vivian threw out the old and brought in the new and started to live life as Greta. She soon met Gerard and they became good friends. The friendship soon progressed to love, and after 3 years of being together, Gerard asked Greta to move in with him. All was going great until one morning Greta found out what Gerard was hiding. Greta sighed. Again? Hi, I'm Ruby Gullman. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.